It's kind of been exciting because I am meeting the roomies tomorrow. Hi guys, so welcome to North Carolina. We are at my future mother-in-law's house. We have been here since Monday, and we had an update for Disney that came in on Wednesday that I wanted to share with you. We got our arrival itineraries. It has been something that we've been really anxious about. It has info on your housing, it has info on your location, and for different roles that's going to mean different things, which we're going to kind of cover once we get into that section. But yeah, so basically today we're going to talk about how literally I am meeting my roommates tomorrow on Sunday, and I could not be more excited. I can't even put into words that feeling that I'm having, that it's actually happening tomorrow, that we are arriving in Florida tomorrow. Okay, so when I heard that we were getting our itineraries, I probably should have done a little more research into it, and I apologize looking back now, but essentially your arrival itinerary includes your information where you're going to be housing. It won't tell you specifics. It'll tell you more of like your location. So I was super scared. I was the first one out of my 6th group of us to get their arrival itinerary, and I was like, oh my god, because we had put first it was like Commons, then Patterson, then Chatham, or something around those lines, and I had Patterson set as my housing location, and I was like, oh my god, I'm that freak that gets separated from everybody and I'm with some randos. Fortunately, very excitingly, everybody else in my group got Patterson, so we're gonna safely, hopefully, assume that that means that we're together. The likelihood of that being otherwise would be very disappointing. The other big part that comes with your itinerary is your location. For me, from my understanding as a character attendant, that's more of my location for training. So I got Epcot, and at first I actually was a little disappointed. I won't lie to you. At first I was kind of like, oh, I really wanted to get Animal Kingdom, kind of wanted Magic Kingdom, and maybe wanted Hollywood Studios after Epcot, but Epcot wasn't my first choice. But after talking to one of my friends who's been in the DCP before, she explained to me that that's probably one of the best places to be trained for a character attendant. She explained that a lot of characters get trained there, and so hopefully that will lead to a lot of really cool experiences with the character performers themselves. If you've paid any attention to the character attendant role, essentially you can only schedule in your location, your home location, but it's more common to actually go ahead and schedule shifts in all of the parks, and that's kind of my hope. I don't really want to be stuck in one location over and over and over again. I'd love to try and get out and meet as many characters as I can and get as much experience with different performers as possible. So those are the first 2 big things that are at the top of your itinerary, will be your housing location, and again, it won't have specifics. It will literally just say Patterson in my case. It won't say who you're rooming with. It won't say what floor or anything like that, just the building. And then the second thing will be your location. The location for other roles is kind of more important. So for instance, my roommate, she is in merchandise, I believe, and she is in Disney Springs. She was able to kind of locate specifically where her like code could be, but so she knows now she's gonna be working in Disney Springs. One of my other roommates, we're all super jealous of this girl, but we're so excited to live with her. She is attractions in Pandora. So depending on what your role is, you could get any varying things, and I'm sure there are other locations that I was not aware of because it didn't really pertain to me or any of my roommates. But so essentially that is the two biggest important things that you're going to find on your itinerary. And last like big information is it will have 3 different times for like 3 different things, and I still haven't fully worked out officially where I have not studied this thing yet, but essentially the first time slot will tell you your check-in time, and that's when you are to report I think it's like with your arrival itinerary, your like social security card, driver's license, and like if you got a car decal thing, that's when you need that, and that'll tell you exactly what time. So I'm arriving at like noon on Monday, whereas the rest of my roommates, I'm the last one, the rest of my roommates are arriving like at 9 and then like 10 and 11, so I'll be the last one, whatever. Then the second one that it has in there is your casting. It says like onboarding, but I think that's your casting number. I think some people are the next day, and then for instance, I'm at like 4:30 in the afternoon that day. So you don't know exactly who you're rooming with and where you're rooming with until your check-in time, which is that first time slot. Again, I'm praying that we're all together. It's a safe assumption that we're all together, but you never know. And then the third time slot, which is at the bottom of your itinerary, should be your housing meeting. I think that's like when you find out all the housing rules and whatnot. And I can post videos around in the next few days to kind of talking about what all happened during all of these. Another big thing that another big mention in the email, car decals. If you're bringing your car down, it is $75 to bring your car. It's a little irritating after you've already paid around like $300 some for fees just to do this, and you have to pay $75 more to do this. But it's worth it. Bring your car down. It's good to have so you can keep your sanity and go elsewhere. And then the other thing that I need to consistently remind myself is that for check-in day, you do have to wear the Disney look from the waist up. I think waist down, that means you can wear shorts and flip-flops, but I mean top-wise, I think you do have to have it because they're going to be taking your picture for your ID card. So I'm going to have to actually put this face together and like actually look like a human being while moving in. So yay for that. So another thing that I did in preparation for getting ready to go down to Disney, check-in is on Monday, was I got a manicure. Hold it right there. So I knew that going in, I wanted to look professional, I wanted to feel professional, I wanted to feel top-notch, the best that I can. This manicure was only $50. It was a gel manicure. You have to make sure the way that they word it, the color matches your skin tone or it goes with your skin tone. It can't be anything really bright. It can't be anything really flashy. Lengthwise, I went with, they called it like athletic. And I like it that way because I don't like to stab myself in my hand. But I think it is a safety hazard for Disney that if you do choose to have longer nails, they do have a certain length limit. But from my understanding, they're more concerned about color of your nails than they are concerned about length. So if you have any questions, I just Googled it while I was at the salon just to make sure. This is kind of like a nude blush color. It matches my ring, so that's kind of why I went for it. But I think like anything really like dull and understated should be okay for the parks. Pedicures, I don't believe are much of a problem because everyone should be wearing closed-toed shoes. So that was kind of more for me because I wanted it. Other than that, I got my shoes for traditions and I got my final outfit from Kohl's. It was about $56 to get another top to match my pants, and then to get a cardigan to match my previous top. And then my future mother-in-law was incredibly awesome and bought me these nice wedge high heels. So I will be taking pictures of those when Traditions in Training comes along. But yeah, so that's what's all happened this week. And other than that, I got my shoes for Traditions, and I got my final outfit from Kohl's. It was about $56 to get another top to match my pants, and then to get a cardigan to match my previous top. And then my future mother-in-law was incredibly awesome and bought me these nice wedge high heels. So I will be taking pictures of those when Traditions in Training comes along. But yeah, so that's what's all happened this week, and it's kind of been exciting because I am meeting the roomies tomorrow. So yeah, I finished all the roomie gifts. The cars, plural, both of the cars in our possession are packed with my belongings, and we will be making our way down tomorrow. So we're gonna go spend the night with my roomies. Maybe I'll introduce you guys to them. Maybe if they want to say hi. But we're going to Florida tomorrow, guys. It's the big day. It's the big day. Yay. Okay. Well, that's just about it. Sorry, it really wasn't that much more informative, but got a lot more packing to do. Alright guys, I hope you guys are having a great arrival week, and if you are looking to apply for the spring, you guys should totally do it. Save this for later, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Alright guys, cheers!